Okay, I'm here. Welcome to another Q&A, guys. But thanks. Hi, Josh. Well, to be honest, with COVID, I don't really know when I'm going home. I don't know when I'll see my mom. I don't know when I'll be in Mumbai and meet everybody, although it's gonna happen, I know. I just don't know when. Till that time, yeah, be safe. As I said, this is my piece. These are my Q&A sessions. I'm not saying I know everything. I might be wrong. Hit me in the comment section below if you want to start a conversation or if you think I didn't, get it right. And please like, and subscribe if you're still watching this. Thank you for being here. And in my opinion, actually, I think it depends on the area or location you're at. Like, for example, if you're in a place that invests in greening the environment, being more sustainable, I feel companies vouch or look out for the organizations that are already in this field. And of course, that makes the NGO thrive because they would have projects and they would have organizations willing to donate because they all know the importance of nature conservation or wildlife conservation, whatever it is. But if you're in a place that the environment is really not even seen, you'd have NGOs struggling to make people understand why donations are required or why the company needs to adopt these small green initiatives or policies, and that makes it extra hard. So I would say NGOs in developing countries where the environment is not a priority, it's really hard. Yeah, but in developed countries or places that they know the importance, they are thriving. This is from my cousin, Ibidakpoth. I usually have people that have no knowledge of the connection, and it's not like they're willing to learn, but they've just shut their mind off, like, oh, this has nothing to do with us. Like all these trees, environment, what is that? Is it going to give me my food? And when to be honest, when I first arrived here, like, I couldn't take it. I didn't know how to be patient to just tell people, because this is what I've studied. It's my passion. These are most adults. Children, on the other hand, they sit and they listen properly. Adults, no, they know better than you, even though they don't know anything, and they admit that they don't know much, but they will tell you what they think and why they will stick to their belief. Harsh truth. Bhavya, I know, like, first of all, I want to say that the steps you've taken to change your diet, for a drastic change in diet, is so applaudable. It's one of the reasons I want to start doing that. But first, this is also part of my green resolution. If you believe in taking a stand, please hit me in the comments below, like this, subscribe and share. Okay, let's start off. First of all, everything is gradual, right? As long as you're not making the gradual process a permanent thing, it should be temporary. So one thing that I've done is I've chucked out beef. But generally, I don't go buy beef. I try to stick to, especially mutton, I try to stick to that. Although I know I have to, at one point, remove that from my diet. That's what I've done. I know I was doing that from last year. So this year, what I want to start doing is have specific days, like vegan Mondays, no meat or dairy products on that specific day. And then maybe if I get better, I will change it to 2 days, and then it just goes on like that. Also, I want to put the location you're at plays a very important role, I feel. I'm in a meat eating country or protein eating country, and this is not to go against other vegans here. Like, I really applaud them. Thanks for that question. Hey Nigel, thank you so much for the question. So this is from what I've read and what I've heard. Being in the climate reality training in 2019 with Mr. Al Gore, I was just chilling with him, and he was, talking to us about the renewables such as solar and wind making their waves in the country. I've read about other European countries as well as South American countries like Costa Rica, Uruguay, even Iceland. I think Iceland is running on 90 or 95%, if not 100% renewables, and it's mostly solar and wind, I've heard. Although I know in India they are investing on biomass energy. That is, the procurement and keeping of biodigesters, that is accumulating all the cow dung in your house or even your human waste, and it turning into the fuel to light up your house. So I think it's promising, although there are criticisms here and there that it won't work, but there are examples of countries where it is working. As we all know, plastic bottles are a menace in Lagos State. Just last November, I volunteered with Doinsola Ogunye to clean up the Victoria Island waterways. We collected about 1.9 tons. Now, there are two basic ways we can recycle plastic bottles, and that is by upcycling them. Plastic upcycling is the creative reuse of plastic bottles into other beautiful products such as other furniture. And the last option is to contact recyclers, recycle companies like Recycle Points. Yes, this is something, honestly, I talked about in 2019 that I want to reduce, but I failed drastically. So I remember I was talking to a manager of a major store, and he said in a year they can spend about 120 million naira to produce plastics. So the thing is, money is even spent for these plastics. If you go to any shop, you'd always, like any big departmental store, you'll see always options of cloth bags to buy, and people will, ask for money for that, but plastic is free. I mean, if you're spending 120 million a year in production of plastics, then why can't you dedicate some of that to giving free cloth bags? So yeah, it's sad, and things are happening. I know Coca-Cola is taking steps to reduce their plastics. It all has to happen gradually, and you have to be optimistic, and I feel a change is coming. I kept this question for last because this person has been asking me these questions continuously, and I like the fact that he's now interested in this. To be honest, as I know it, most plants can be turned into a bonsai plant. They're just procedures, trimmings that have to be done, delicate trimmings, but for them to turn into bonsai plants. There's a school of thought that thinks that this is unnatural because you're making the plant go through unnatural things. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm sure in the coming future I might show how to do it, but for now, yeah, most trees you can use. I'm gonna talk according to me because I'm not like a know-it-all. There are lots of things going on. If you follow me on my channel, which I suggest you do, just hit that like button. Right? Is it here or there? There. To me, I think the most important environmental issue of our time is, of course, climate change. Like, that's what I talk about all the time, because it's the mother lode that has many children problems, you know, like pollution, deforestation, biodiversity loss, ice cap melting, and all sorts of things. So I'm gonna take one of the children problems. So we all know climate change is the one, but I think we have a lot of problems in the deforestation area. Why did I choose deforestation? Because it contains the cheapest solution to battling climate change, which I always talk about. I love trees, so I always talk about it. Plant trees, plant trees, plant trees. They're good for your health, the environment, food, like, but we are erasing trees in forests the size of football fields I read somewhere every day, which is almost unbelievable. But right now you can believe, like last year you saw the amount of wildfires we had and how many trees we lost in the Amazon. So that is a huge problem to me, because we are losing, the trees are burning, and that way all the carbon dioxide or all the pollutants that were stored in these trees, you know what's happening? They're going back. So let's go to the next. So that's mine. The nice thing is we can solve it. We can start planting. You don't have space for trees, indoor plants. Just have green around you. This is a good one, Shashank. It's why I got inspired to start Mean Greening. You know, I was sitting in the conference with Al Gore. I like just putting that out there. So I was there, and he was just right next to me talking. He was having a panel discussion with the New York Times columnist, and the columnist said, "Look, it's great to tweet and Instagram green posts, but for a real change, you have to be more aggressively green." Mean Greenie doesn't mean that you have to be that I'm a mean person. I'm not a mean person. I mean, some people know that. You have to be out there more. Start keeping indoor plants. Plant trees if you can. Volunteer if you can. Follow educative platforms. Follow Nat Geo, follow Dean Schneider, follow Animal Planet, whatever it is, just to keep yourself in the loop, to understand what's happening in the environment. Eat less beef. These are things always said to me. Do you think it really helps? You know, like something, they just sometimes spew out data of why us doing something does not help. So what, in my head, I'm like, so what is your option? Your option is just to sit down and be blaming government, when you can actually start doing something yourself. And the truth is, if everybody starts doing something, how many are we in the world? Just like any any challenging thing, you'd always face opposition, criticism. Of course, you have those moments where you want to give up, and going green, but you have to start somewhere, however little. As I said, be more conscious. Do you leave your lights in the house on the whole day, or the fan or the AC? Are you trying to start using cloth bags and keeping them in your car, so that if you go for an impromptu shopping, you have a bag? Do you have a plant in your house? It's equivalent of having a pet. Why not do that? And they give you so many benefits. They don't poop around the house. Not saying that pets are bad, because I love pets. I'm still gonna have one or two. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to me. If you enjoyed this, please give a like button. Please do subscribe to my channel, join the Green Tribe. Let's start our green resolutions for the year. And what better way to do it than with me? Till I see you in my next video, this is bye.